Okay. Here goes. Let's go see Daiso. Hey dude. Nothing? Okay. See you later. Let's see here. Sanity's going down a little bit. Stable. I'm stressed. Okay. Alright. Huh. Work. Looks like Kazumi's tip wasn't a lie. Alright. Oh, what a stench. You know that smell. It was work homicide long enough knows it. Oh shit. Open? Seems to be locked. I can't open it. No. Oh, I'll wait. Open. No good. Nothing's holding it from the other side. Oh shit. It won't budge either. The word Ruby is written in the blood on the wall. Oh shit! This source of smell, alright. Body's pretty bad shape. Whoever did it took their time to mutilate the corpse. Certain organs been disturbed, maybe moved. What is this? This paper bag named Higashi. A bag with the name Higashi around it. Did Reina do this? Oh shit. Alright. They changed. Just a door. Listen. I see nothing to see here. Where's that noise coming from? Oh shit. So like something is trying to escape from the inside. Round stop. Why? Oh god. Okay, there's TV, there's photos. Sort of various girls, all of them taken in this room. They don't look like they're professional headshots or an agency would take. They look so sad and young. I've got a pretty good idea what these pictures were used for. These pictures are used for and the types of people they might have been sent to. Reina, so it's true. To think we had kept in this place like this. What happened to you? Huh? Something's happening. You're back early. Yeah. Oh shit. What am I seeing? Yeah. I don't feel well. I don't think I could go to bed early tonight. I think I'll go to bed early tonight. Ruby, don't ignore me. Lately, it's been some seems over and over. I don't know what to do. Are you talking about? Ruby, my sweet little Ruby, you think because one song was a hit, you can't just stop working? That money's all gone, sweetheart. We spent all of it trying to get you a record deal. Don't you think that's unfair to eat my food and stay here for free without doing any work? Ruby, hey, stop crying. Stop crying, I'm talking to you. Please, I didn't mean it. I'll do another song. I'll make it up to you, I promise. I don't want it to. That's exactly why I'm setting all these meetings for you. You make the right impression with these guys, and they'll take you to places. Whatever. Blech. Can't talk. Speaking of which, I got a call from a little while ago from Masa. Know what he told me? He told me you were being a little disagreeable with him last night at his place. You know he was one of our best clients, don't you? Oh, poor girl. The things he can do for you girls as well, I shouldn't even need to tell you. I sent you to him because he said there was something special about you. In fact, he said all of you girls were here particularly wanting to meet you. I did you a big favor making that happen. Then you compensate my generosity by sitting in a room crying and telling me you don't feel well or whatever excuse you come up with next. I couldn't. He tried to. I don't care what he tried to do. You should have. Oh wow. When I took you in, you're a vulnerable, tiny girl who was already failing in school. But I saw your potential. I could already tell how pretty you'd be. How pretty you make when you're older. Pretty you be when you're older, whatever. That's all those men care about. How I look. So what? You think I took you because how smart you were? You're an idol. You're supposed to be like that. Most men would fall over themselves to meet a pretty girl like you, but you ruined it with everyone now when you sit there and cry. What are you doing? I'm sick of you looking like an idiot, Ruby. Oh, you made me do this. There she is. I guess I'll wait till the song's over. I don't know. I think it's it. Okay, exit. Uh-oh. That's not good. There's the store. No, it stopped. Okay. Here you go. Fuck. Oh, shit. Damn it, Ruby. I can't stand to see you like this. You're not gonna feel better staying cooped up in here. Listen, I got you the photo shoot lined up tomorrow. The one with Masa. Are you even listening? Don't make me go back. I don't want to go out. Let me stay here. What's wrong with you? Please, please, don't make me. I'm afraid to go. Far as I can tell, all you're afraid of is success. I've fallen over myself to make you a star. You'll never get anywhere if you lock yourself away. What? Now you're not gonna say anything? You can't treat me this way. I gave you your name, your music, your damn near everything else. Oh, but you think you're special, right? Let me break it to you, honey. You're not. There's loads of other girls in this business just like you, and they do what they have to do without complaining about it. They understand how important it is to keep clients happy, and I'm sorry if it's not all butterflies and flowers, but you're not some naive little girl anymore. You're a woman now. Hey, Eartha Ruby, I'm trying to give you some advice here, and you're not even listening. Reina, my name is Reina. What you're saying? Reina? Who's that? Oh yeah, that was the name of some pathetic little foster girl I picked up. Fuck. You want to go back to being her? Just say the word. I'll throw you out and go there myself. If you think you got it so bad now, let's count the seconds between you and her hitting those streets and being back in the foster care or dead in some gutter. Wow. Not so talkative now, are we, Reina? Or is it Ruby, the girl who was successful, the girl who could make it if she would just do what she was told? I'm sorry. I lost my temper. Oh, this guy is crazy. But you gotta see things my way. You're special, you know that? I saw some potential in you. Such a beautiful young girl. I wanted to raise you up and show you what life could be. Then you rejected me and everything I could offer. It's a damn shame. You're so pretty, Ruby. So pretty, but not when you mope around. Look, I get it. You're a teenager and you want to cry it out, right? Fine. But when you're done with that, you're going back out there. You think you want to spend? You think I want to send you with all these little meetings with Masa and guys like him? I'd rather you were successful, so you don't have to do that. I'm on your side. If you work harder, I wouldn't have to do things like that. Stop crying. Stop it. You're not a child anymore. I just want to go home. Home? Ha! What do you think you are? You are home. This is as good as it's gonna get for you, a girl like you. Tomorrow you're going to go out with Masa and do whatever it is he tells you to do. You'll stop this crying and you'll start making some money. Maybe it was a mistake to think you'd end up being special. Turns out you're just another disappointment. Another whore. Oh, shit. Another whore. What's that? Look at this. There's something laying on the mattress. It's a newspaper article dated October 24th, 2004. Let's see. Nani? The article, One Hit Wonder Ruby Commits Suicide. That can't be. This was over 10 years ago. Her real name was held with the press of her picture from the press and her pictures in there. According to the article, Higashi went to her room and found it locked. He called to her. She didn't answer. I thought she must have been tired. He said she'd been working hard on a new song. He only forced the door when he noticed the smell where he found her hanging from the rafters. She hung herself almost 2 days before. Probably in this room. There's more. Though Mr. and Mrs. Higashi had adopted her years before, Ruby was not made to work and love being an idol more than anything in the world. Her song "Look for Me" will go on sale again this month, with all sales going into various suicide prevention charities. I've read this. I read enough. The sadness that's in this room, the same awful feeling I felt in the sewers. Is it Reina that's supposed to be that I was supposed to see? He's dead. Okay, well, what's this one? Nothing? Okay. I guess I'll leave. I feel sick. That monster, how many girls did Higashi pass around and abuse before she murdered him? And Reina, she looked the same as she does now. 16 years old, a child. Higashi had her locked up, and he tried to take her back to take back control. The only way she thought she came back. After all that pain and suffering came back with her, when I was in that room, I could feel it, that it was like my own. It's not the first time I felt it. The dark was steeped in. As soon as I realized it was like the air changed. I can sense a pulse now, like a heartbeat following me, but it's not enough. The mask can help me find the door, but I can feel like the dark. But the path. And I can feel the dark, but the path. Okay. Still isn't opening to me. What am I missing? My guts tell me I have to do with Kamenkai. It has to do with Kamenkai, and only one alive who knows about it is old Kawan woman. But she has to tell me what happened. Okay. That sucks. Wait, what's going on here? Small bar doesn't seem to have a lot of customers in it, or nothing? Okay. Nope, can't go back in there. Leave. Oh, I can't go back anywhere else. Okay. Kamakura. Let's see. Alright. Enter. Talk to old lady. You, I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this anymore, you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Kamenkai and the group your daughter and son-in-law weren't part of. You're the only one alive who remember. Kamenkai? I don't know anything about it. Leave. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation is important, you really give you the right to barge in here. Your grandma and I need to talk. If it's steps maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in, as much mine as is my grandma's. If there's something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult, and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you too. I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to that poor man in the station. He's in the hospital, terrified out of his wits. People aren't only here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too, and bringing up the past can hurt. Surely most people can understand that. I do, but ignoring the past won't make it go away. There's unfinished business from the Kamenkai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? I promise to talk to you about this later. For now, let me and Detective talk. Go on with your cooking dinner, won't you? Alright, we'll talk about it later, but I'll be in the other room if you need me. So you found me out. Now that mine knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping the secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter would have joined the Kamenkai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. Ooh. It is old Kamenkai. Oh, I said old Kamenkai woman. At the time I joined, my husband had left me, and I lost my job suddenly, leaving me a single, unemployed mother who barely supported her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought. That was very soul was at stake. Whatever. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I just really wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me: my youth, my mind, then my children. And then one day in 1986, they all died. The cause of death was buried, and no autopsies were performed, or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it. After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day, and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know what happened? So bad? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of some madman who believed that the lies were an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed that the world was collapsing, and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Miko, she didn't die from the conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality. It was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. No, you do know something. In the report, it says after their officer cleared the bodies, they found the mask, the same one you had handed to me 6 months ago. That's Tokimasa would always keep it to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was fooled. A fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by There's a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day, a man who's some journalist or other showed up to she killed him. She was being possessed and killed him. Amador carrying the mask, and I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there, smiling at me. His eyes were like none I've ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted to exchange for the mask was a picture. Emiko. When I joined... Oh, that's the fucking collector. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give him my possession and only had one left, and I gave it to him nevertheless. I thought if I had the mask and I could find her, that maybe she could forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could find her. You could save her. Takahashi told you that as well. Did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out there to me, begging me to find her and free her from the dark place. I would have given anything to her to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people that's still alive who left alive who know what this mask is capable of. Oh shit! Because I was wrong. At first, I only followed whispers, and I found myself in a strange labyrinth chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of grandchildren of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasa had used me as so many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it ever mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions of whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind. I tried to, as best as I could, live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came. And when you did, the mask was screaming out and voices that I never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have the time to breathe out of the sigh, relieved before I heard the gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think that was only one who knew the sound for what it was. I thought that mask was punishing me once again, but by taking Maya away from me. Instead, it was a past tragedy to another. I'm sorry, perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There is one more person who knows about the mask, a girl named Reina. Does that name ring a bell? Anything to you? No, I don't know anything about that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No, but you're involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes, what good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you change someone too. That might be it. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone, your partner in the police. Is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In months since I first met you, I've had time to examine the ancient texts in the shrine, and as the mask grew farther away, it loosened its grip on my mind. Ow. I knew that it would someday make its way back to me, and so I came determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the Kamenkai and the ritual object are but manipulations and used to serve our connections with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can evade all manners of living and non-living things, driving them to a violence of death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. Oh shit. I tapped too fast. Destroy the mask. I thought you said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Grandma, is everything alright? I overheard you talk about the mask again. Yes, dear, you don't need to worry. In fact, it's good you're here to talk about this involves you. Maya, you're trained in exorcism and purification rituals in quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gathered the right materials, of course. I can tell you the look in your eyes that you think you... I can tell the look from your eyes that you think I'm senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they are still capable of great power. Before I was content to die, as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. Now seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. I gotta stop after this part. Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in the ritual, exorcism, or whatever you call it. I want to know the truth of Kamenkai, which you still haven't given me. You're a certain one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there's only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day could be in the Kamenkai compound itself. The records located are lost, and they were never able to be made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there, search for your truth, and see what worshipping the mask was. I don't know. When you return, you'll help me to destroy it. What makes you confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. When I saw I felt that place is tainted by darkness and death. So those two things are all the mask will afford you. There's something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound, it had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnel where I searched for Emiko. Sounds like a superstition to me. So what exactly is it that you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies of the mask, that place, that linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything that might help the ritual. Look for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is a forest of... I don't know if I can say that. Hey, that's Suicide Forest. Oh, shit. Suicide Forest? What a dreadful name. Though I suppose those woods have been a fair share of tragedy and death. You know, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there, and I heard even compasses won't point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two should keep talking about the mask like it's some evil spirit causing the pain of death. But I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by a mask. It's just you. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I could see her there. Ugh. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me better, though. It I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi when the first time I left Kamakura since April, it's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me that all that stuff about mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I was hiding some demon, and I mentioned myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger. Just go to keep chasing your chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamenkai compound is something that I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but whatever that. Oikigahara is huge, and how are you going to find it? One compound. Mai's making a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me. I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop out on the outskirts of Nirashawa. We should go to end of town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path. It used to be used from time to time, but the Forest Service will draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time. Eventually, it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The Forest can play tricks on you. Oh, it's gonna be creepy. It seems pretty incredible to me that you compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands after all. Why would they bother to go to dismantle it? Go search for whatever your truth is you think you'll find, but be careful, detective. Do what you've been done and then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope there's that once you enter the place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? Alright, investigation plus 5. The mask must be purified. Good. You'll begin preparations for the ceremonies regardless. Mai, see her out. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go there and then I'm gonna stop after. She never said anything like that to me. You must be really scared her. Listen, I'll help you with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I don't know how much it hurts to. But I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I'm miserable not knowing. Grandma always went insane on the top of that. Grandma said it herself. You're still young. You should forget about all this stuff. Start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about mask and spirits, well, you sound like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito. Alright. Let's see if there's anything around here. Nope, okay. Alright, here we go. Spooky, scary place. Ooh. Can I go back to my apartment? No. Where's my status at? Stressed. Stable. Travel out here.